So don't worry about missing skill shots or missing abilities. I don't really care about that. What I'm looking for is the lines of thinking, right? We're seeing them staying in lane with no mana, with low HP. We're going to punish them, get them off the wave so that we can go take a recall. Hey everyone. I go by Prof. Zeddy, and I'm an esports educator and coach. I've been working with League of Legends teams at the college and amateur levels for over 5 years. In this series, I'll be coaching a new school-based team every week, helping them work on their fundamentals, team strategy, and in-game communication. Today's team is a high school team from Western Canada. This team is so new, some of the kids were still finishing the tutorial at their first practice. So we're going to be extra patient with this group and really focus in on learning some of the basic laning phase decisions and movements players need to make to be successful in their games. Let's jump into it. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about today. It's an easy 2-0. They definitely were a much more experienced team. So that makes games hard. League of Legends is a game of momentum. It's not like basketball where like they can score 3 and then you can score like 6 and it's fine. It's like they score 3 and your hoop gets bigger and they get better at shooting every time they score. That also makes the game really hard because if they get a lead, it just gets a lot harder to claw back. When we're playing the early game, what we're really focused on is generating gold and experience. That's what builds up our champ. That's how we get access to new abilities. That's how we get access to items, which makes us stronger, makes it easier for us to fight. And so the first thing that we need to be obsessed with, and you guys didn't really talk about this so much when we got into the game, was what are we playing for the early game? How are we going to get that golden experience? There are 3 ways to get gold and XP in League of Legends. What are they?
Kills.
Okay, killing champions.
Farming minions.
Minions and monsters, yeah. And what's the third?
Gold over time, plates off of towers.
Yeah, gold over time we don't really count because that's super inefficient, but yes, true.
Yeah.
And then towers, okay? So the other words that we're looking for this are pushing, ganking, and turtling. Every single champion needs farms. Every single champion has the ability to get kills. And all champions need to destroy structures in order to destroy the Nexus. But some champions are better at some things than others early on. So let's start with Cassante in top lane. Which is Cassante best stat, like kind of early in the game?
Early on, I'd say probably taking towers because I had Demolish.
Okay, that's true. You're also very short range though, right? And you have a very low attack speed. So the likeliness of you being able to just like walk through Alawi and start hitting her plates is pretty low. So when you're thinking about this lane, you're thinking about, okay, I need to be hitting creeps until I'm strong enough to walk a wave in and punch it with Demolish. So your first thing is I need to hit creeps. Like I really want to hit creeps. What is Vex good at early?
Wave clear.
Yeah, you can push waves super fast, right? And you have this incredibly long range poke where you can kind of like fight this guy from range where he can't interact with you. What about bot lane? What does bot lane want to do?
Miss Fortune, she's good at clearing minions and poking in the beginning.
Yeah, Miss Fortune's actually really good at fighting. And the big reason you're good at fighting so much is because of this, right?
Yeah.
Your first auto attack on a new target does more damage than almost any other AD carry in the game. So when we start to think about our champion and what they like to do, it really helps us kind of reframe how we approach the laning phase. Because if you know that like, okay, my auto does way more than hers at level 1, you're going to play with a lot more confidence in this lane. Bot lane's a little tricky because it's not just 1v1, right? So we have to factor in not just you versus Kai'Sa, but also you versus Lux, and Leona versus Lux and Kai'Sa. So Leona, what's your job at level 1?
I don't really know because I don't play Leona very much.
So
yeah.
Leona's really good at taking fights, right? Because you have a lot of crowd control. So you jump on somebody, you stun them, you hold them in place, right? The problem with your champion is you're kind of like Cassante, right? You're slow, you don't have a ton of attack speed or damage, right? Your Q is just an auto attack enhancement. So playing into 2 range champs, the first thing you need to do is get to level 2, which means you need experience. So we're not trying to fight them at level 1. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get level 2 first. Miss Fortune, how can you help Leona hit level 2 first?
By farming minions.
Yeah, exactly. Hitting the creeps and using your range to poke the Kai'Sa and Lux so that you can try to hit level 2 first. Scare them off the wave a little bit, or you take good trades with them. It makes them kind of more scared about hitting the minions, and now all of a sudden you can hit level 2 first. For jungle, it's a little different. Jungle, you really can't do anything until you've kind of hit your, well, depending on your champion, your level 3, or in this case, your level 4 spike, right? So for Nocturne, you're basically just full clearing. We're going to jump into our next game, but what I want us to do for this game is I just want us to really focus on trying to fight for gold and experience level 1. And if we feel like we're in a matchup where we really don't have the advantage, or we're not sure and we're a little bit nervous, trying to look for opportunities to fight back once we've gained that level up. So like once the wave hits our tower, we've gotten our experience. Okay, now we're going to try to use our abilities to push out the wave or to poke the enemy or what have you when the wave pushes back out. Game 1 didn't go so hot, so we used it as a learning opportunity to really own in on the laning phase and how we can improve our early game. By being intentional about our strategy right from level 1, we can set ourselves up for success in the later stages of the game. This approach helps the team learn the game in chunks, making it easier to learn all of the different components of League of Legends without it getting too overwhelming. What you can do here is you can start taking the grubs, and then if they come, you just back off. What you may want to do here is actually just walk away from the wave, recall, and then TP back. That's the beauty of taking TP top lane, is that you can get out of weird spots like that, and you don't lose any gold or XP. Support, you should always recall with your ADC. Yeah, perfect. You can spend your money, and then you can go do fun stuff on the map while he's walking back to lane. So right now, bot lane, we're a lot stronger, and we have ultimates and summoner spells. What we want to do is, while we're full HP, we want to try to fight. So Leona, we want to look for a Leona engage and try to fight because we're pretty healthy. Okay.
And when you guys engage, if you tell me,
perfect.
I can ult it.
Perfect. We can use our ultimate. We have ignites.
Ooh, yeah,
Good try. Good try.
use that.
It's okay. This is good. This is good. We still have Leona R.
Yeah, that's not great. Okay.
Oh, at least we got one of them.
Nice.
Just
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we didn't use Leona R, but look how winning that was even without your ults. We traded 2 for 1. That's a really good way to play the Leona lane. Is when you're full HP, you look to trade like that and take those small fights.
Oh, we win this. We win this.
This is very hard winning fight top. This is good. Keep going. Remember to space his abilities. Nice, nice.
Okay, well I have no HP anymore.
She has no mana.
You just want to back up.
Ari has no
You
mana.
can.
Ari has no mana. You guys are better. You're so much better.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you're so much better. Okay, that's fine.
Let's go.
They backed off. They
I'm
backed
gonna
off. Okay, so we're gonna learn to punish something here bot lane. Do you see how they're staying with like very little mana?
Yeah.
Our Leona's ignite comes up in about 5 seconds. We're gonna use Leona ult to engage, and we're gonna take a fight on Smolder. Okay, so remember,
Okay.
once wait for your AD carry to be ready, and then we're gonna look to fight on Smolder, because they're staying with
Okay.
no mana. We can punish this like crazy.
Okay, you
Okay.
ready?
I'm ready.
Set's
Big.
moving
Nice.
down into the jungle.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget you have flash and stuff. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, that's okay. Just yeah. So you guys can now push them. You force them off the wave. You can push the wave and then recall. So don't worry about missing skill shots or missing abilities. I don't really care about that. What I'm looking for is the lines of thinking, right? We're seeing them staying in lane with no mana, with low HP. We're gonna punish them, get them off the wave so that we can go take a recall. Okay, so Leona, remember we're coming out of base. Our AD carry is gonna go be boring bot lane. Let's go find something to do. Maybe can we go help our mid lane? Can we walk mid and look for a roam potentially? And if Ari's not here, you can just walk back to bot lane. Perfect.
Okay,
But at least
Siobhan, just-
now you were there in case the fight broke out, right? You were there to help.
See, it's funny because they think they're getting out,
Yippee. I love
Okay, that's
being.
good.
Yeah.
and now we
Nice.
can take Dragon.
So be mindful of Ezreal's health here. You'll just want to farm the wave from a safe distance and then recall.
Yeah.
You can use your Q and your R to poke. What? Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
I did not mean to dash into
Oh,
him. That was an
That's the wrong button.
Oh, why'd I do this? Why'd I do
Oh,
this?
this.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, I'm not winning that.
On second thought. On second thought, actually,
That's
Ah,
not
yeah.
we impressively we lose on team
Yikes.
fights for
no.
some reason.
I think we lost.
No. Not completely. Not
might have
completely.
lost.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Unless you can kill Sad in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it. Wait. We're fine. We're fine.
Hold up.
But that was worth it.
Yeah.
I.
Jeez.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. That
Well,
wasn't terrible.
I was gonna say last game we FF'd at 15. This game we got to Baron, so that's a big improvement.
Oh, the team fights were absolute like agony.
Team fighting is probably the hardest component to League. Like once you learn the basic fundamental rules, because you have to be conscious of 40 plus abilities at any given moment, right? Positioned of 9 other champions and 40 plus abilities. So that's a lot of that's a lot to think about. So I'm not really concerned about the team fighting or even the ganks. For me, it's more about the decisions we're making and why. While we didn't get a win today, we covered some important topics that will help the team in their future games. Most new players get overwhelmed by all of the different things happening in League of Legends, so I really tried to keep it to the basics, focusing on generating resources like gold and experience, and keeping tabs on combat resources like health and mana to make better choices in lane. Mechanics, like camera control and aiming skill shots, tend to develop naturally over time, so I'm confident that they'll look a lot stronger the next time I work with this team.